Hey Mithilesh,
Hey, what's up?
welcome to Entrepreneurs at ISB.
Thank you, thank you.
We'd love to know more about your startup and your journey so far. So, what was the startup about?
So my startup was called Mavshi's Kitchen. It was a seafood restaurant in Versova, Mumbai, and I ran it for about a year, and I had to close it down when I came over here. But yeah, my entrepreneurial experience is all about Mavshi's Kitchen.
What is the one thing you would like to share with us from your journey so far?
So what I'll share is the story of how Mavshi's Kitchen was founded. I think it makes for a very interesting story. So my best friend and I, about 2 years ago, we were working on a certain startup idea, a different startup idea, and we were staying in Mumbai. Mumbai is a place where rents are very very expensive. So we took this small little one-room kitchen somewhere in the corner of Mumbai just to save on rent and all of that, and we were really working hard on our startup idea. And as it happens, we had this amazing cook who came home and made fabulous seafood. Like I've always been a non-veg foodie, and every day she would make these amazing recipes of Bombay duck or surmai or crabs, and we would just freak out. So many times we had our friends come over. We used to throw seafood parties. We posted all the pics of the seafood that she made on Facebook, and it would go viral. We get all these like 30-40 shares and people writing into us saying that please send her to my place also to cook, blah blah blah. So while we were working on our own business idea, we realized, oh my god, there is business potential here also. So why don't we try to productize something around her food? And that's how it basically started. We just started with this thing that okay, let's do some food photography. Let's take some pictures of this. Let's make a Facebook page and start it off and see what happens. And we were working with both things, like my original startup idea and this. And like an underdog, Mavshi's Kitchen, that's the name we called it. So the reason we call it Mavshi's Kitchen is because Mavshi is the Marathi word for Masi. So she was our cook at home, and affectionately you call her Masi. So we used to call her Mavshi. So we named the thing also Mavshi's Kitchen, and we made it like our pet project, and we created the brand around her. So we had like a little Mavshi doodle, like a little cartoon with a fish in her hand, and this sort of started off. And as time progressed, we realized that we were doing both those things, but we realized that the profit margins in Mavshi's Kitchen were comparable with the other business. And so the other business had far greater operational complexity. So we decided that this made more business sense. So we actually shelved our own startup idea and went full force with Mavshi's Kitchen, and it really took off.
So, tell us about your moment of high during the entrepreneurship phase.
Okay, so to promote Mavshi's Kitchen, I tried a number of growth hacks. So, of course, we did the regular social media marketing on Facebook and our sponsored posts and all of that we did. But in order to get like some real spikes, I started writing to bloggers, and I started posting our unique story of Mavshi's Kitchen. It had a sort of social twist to it. I posted this on Facebook groups, and I invited like a large foodies group over for curated like a 6-course Kohli seafood cuisine kind of thing. And most of these guys were very influential bloggers. So when they wrote about us, like thousands of people were reading it, and we would see these spikes in our whatever the Facebook analytics or all the things that we were tracking. So one very interesting thing that came about these growth hacks is that an Oscar-winning documentary filmmaker by the name Alex Gibney, he heard about our story. And when he heard about the story of Mavshi and how we did the whole thing, he was very interested in it. And at that point of time, we also used the dabbawalas to deliver tiffins all over Mumbai, seafood tiffins. So he was very interested in the story, and he sent a crew from New York all the way to Versova village, and he shot the entire story over there, and especially the story about Mavshi. And so just seeing that crew come there and Mavshi's embarrassment that there's so much glamour, she became like this little local celebrity over there. So it was a wonderful experience, and of course we got like our spikes, growth spikes from that also. But it was a great experience seeing that, watching Mavshi and how it affected her wonderfully. So that was one really nice experience.
What is failure to you?
So one failure that I had was my first startup idea, which I had to abandon. And I abandoned it because Mavshi's Kitchen made more business sense. I felt very passionate about the first idea because it was going to be like whatever Mumbai's first, that idea that it was. And I was really, really passionate about it. But my learning was that, sometimes if the business numbers don't make sense, you have to learn to let go of a particular idea. It's not going to make any financial sense, so you have to let it go. So that was one failure and a learning for me that numbers are important.
What is the message that you have for aspiring entrepreneurs?
Okay, so I would say from my learning and the failure that I spoke about, I think it's very important to be financially and economically sound in terms of your thinking also. It's very nice to be passionate about something, and you must be passionate about whatever you're working on, but you have to have a clear business plan. You have to have a clear idea of how you're going to make money. So definitely every entrepreneur should look at that.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Mithilesh.
Thank you, my pleasure.